John Eldridge, in his book Wild at Heart, Discovering the Secret of a Man's Soul, said that every man longs for a battle to fight, an adventure to live, and something to love. Essentially, if he is void of any of these three attributes, then his manhood is incomplete. I want to talk about being a man on a mission and maximizing your life. I'm mic'd up. Join in and let's mix it up. What's going on, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. We're in today for a very, very courageous conversation. I want you to invite somebody in. Tell a brother, tell a sister, tell a friend. We're talking about man on a mission, how to maximize your life. Come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, family. Oh, yeah. Empowerment, explosion of inspiration. Let's jump into it. And I'm so glad that you've joined us here. Family, type man on a mission. Yeah, right here in our chat. Come on, type it in there. Type man on a mission. As you're doing that, also type maximize. I want to give you some real strategies to maximize your life. I want to give you some strategies, some structure, some solutions, some systems. And you know what I like to say about a system is saving yourself time, energy, and money. That's the acronym. By getting these particular strategies to take your life to another level and to maximize this moment. You know it's a channel for change. Channel that creates change, and channel that breaks change. Number one, to maximize your life, particularly and especially as a man. Talking about men who maximize the moment for their mission, they develop a strong relationship with God. As a man, you have to have a spiritual foundation. Got to have a spiritual foundation. Because here's the thing, you got a lot of people, you have a lot of things, there are a lot of situations, there are a lot of emotions that people have that try to move you off center. Don't let it happen. You got to be steadfast, unmovable. You got to be. Always bound in the work of the Lord. You got to be unmovable. You can't let people and situations, things and circumstances, and even your own feelings move you off center. You have to have a spiritual solid foundation. And the greatest connection that you can ever have is a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Greatest choice that you're going to ever make. Second greatest choice is going to be the woman that you choose. But your relationship with God is the ultimate level of a purpose partner. When you have a spiritual foundation, here's what you learn. You learn how to love yourself and others in a greater way. You tap into that which cannot be seen. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. I have to lean on to someone who is bigger, brighter, better, bolder, that goes beyond who it is that I am. When you have a spiritual foundation, hear me, you learn how to love yourself and others in a greater way. If you can't be vulnerable with God, how can you be vulnerable with anybody else? If you can't open up to him, how are you going to be able to open up to them? Are you hearing me? Let me lean in on this. The relationship and the marriage will never work if your relationship with God isn't first developed. If that is not the foundational element, if that is not first, if that is not foremost. Yeah, as you can see here, the prompts, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Too many times we get into trying to be a people pleaser. Want to please everybody. You don't please God, and you feel displeased with yourself. Please God, not people. People are not your source. God is your source. He wants you to do a new thing. He wants to do a new thing in you, but you have to trust and follow his direction to guide you. Because his direction is for your protection. What is it for you to always have your phone charged? What is it for you to always have your computer charged? What is it for you to have your car battery charged? But spiritually, you're discharged. Spiritually, you're disconnected. Spiritually, you're depleted. And you're not guided. Come on, your phone, you mean to tell me that your phone battery is more charged than you are spiritually? Your phone battery on 100%, your phone battery on 82%, your phone battery on 65%. And here it is where you are, 5%, 10%, 25% spiritually. I have to disconnect from that which is disempowering me, and I have to connect to that which is going to feed my faith and starve my doubts. God will give you insight through his word, but you have to communicate with him. Come on, family. Number one, type this: build your relationship with God. He is your source, not people. People can be a resource, but God is the source. God is going to give you insight through his word. God's going to speak to you. God's going to empower you. God's going to show you things that are going to come. It's going to give you visions and dreams and insights. He's going to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. He's going to stoke and develop and cultivate your creativity. If you partner with God, the blessings and the benefits will far exceed anything that you could ever imagine. He'll do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Real men maximize their life not by minimizing their spiritual foundation. Shout out to all the members who are here. Appreciate you being in the chat. Love seeing the badges. If you haven't got a membership, go ahead, go get one. Link is in the chat. These types of courageous conversations, why you need to be a part of our channel. Go ahead, get a membership. There's a join button. There are links in the chat right now, links in the description that show you how to be an in the mix member. You can unlock 3 specific tiers: VIP, Royalty, OQP. And I'm giving insider information. I'm giving that which is behind the scenes. Content. Member only discounts. My little Connor's Corner. Up close and personal connection that I have there. Be a part of our growing, glowing community of quality people. Number 2, let me get into it. Talk about how men can maximize their life. Being a man on a mission. Hear me, you'll never be a man on a mission if you don't have a vision. That's not even my second point. But I'm getting to it. I'm coming around the mountain, here I come. Every man must have a vision. You must see more and before. I love what Dr. Miles Monroe, the late great Dr. Miles Monroe said. He said, vision is purpose in pictures. What picture do you see for your future? And based upon the picture that you see for your future should adjust how you presently live your life. Let me say it twice because it's also nice. The picture that you see for your future should adjust how you live your life in this present moment. It should adjust. The type of people that you surround yourself with. It should adjust. The types of conversations that you have. It should adjust. Deciding not to surround yourself with people who you can't trust. Every man must be a visionary. Man on a mission. Told you, number one, build your relationship with God. It should be a strong, formidable relationship. Secondly, make health and fitness a priority. Come on, family. Type that. Make health and fitness a priority. If you're going to maximize your life. In my community, as a black man, statistics suggest that 70% of the diseases that black people die from are preventable. Did you hear what I just said? 70% of the diseases that black people die from are preventable. Why are we not preventing them? Through the heart attack, through the stroke, through the brain aneurysm, the high blood pressure. Oftentimes it's connected to the high salt intake, the fatty foods, the fact that we're not getting enough water intake, not getting enough fruits and vegetables, not getting enough lean protein. Some things that we call the soul food are not necessarily food for our soul. Let's just be real. Lord have mercy, you know I love it. Oh yeah. I love the beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, ram, ham. I love it. Shout out to that super singing sister, preaching soldier, Shirley Caesar. But some of us need to eat a Caesar salad. I love the ribs drenched with the barbecue sauce. I'm getting hungry already. I love the potato salad. Don't put no raisins in it. I love the greens. I love that mac and cheese. I don't know how much it loves me anymore. Everybody ain't lactose tolerant. Intolerant. I love it. But here's the thing. I can't make it a daily part of my diet. For some of us, we'd be a lot better if we just ate those types of foods in moderation. Yeah, every holiday time. But every day ain't a holiday. Woo! Is this thing on? It's tight, but it's going to be all right. You have to realize this. We say our body is a temple. You can't say your body is a temple if you treat it like a trap house. We have to make our health and our fitness a priority. Longevity of life is important. What is it to live long if you don't live well? Scripture says this, beloved, I would that you would prosper and be in good health. Come on, family, type your health is your wealth. Health is wealth. You can have a whole lot of money. Money don't matter if your health ain't right. Money can't buy you health. Money can get you some treatment. But longevity of life is important. Men die an average of 8 years. I need you to hear me. Men die an average of 8 years younger than women for various reasons. One is that our health. Another one is that we're not going to the doctor like we should. So stroke, heart attack, prostate cancer. Part of that which is deleterious to our destiny as men, to where we're not able to maximize our life, it minimizes. How can you be on your mission if you don't maximize your health and make your health and your fitness a priority? Come on, what are you doing for exercise? Even if you didn't have time to go hit the weights, push-ups, sit-ups, all that stuff, could you take a brisk walk for 10, 15, 20 minutes? Get your heart rate up? It's a level of cardio. It's a form of cardio. Walking is the best cardio, really. You don't have to be on the treadmill running 10 miles an hour. Crank it up to level 25. No. What are you doing for your heart? Heart health is important. Heart disease is serious. High cholesterol. Got to take care of my health. This is near and dear to me. I'm a cancer survivor. Diagnosed with stage 4 cancer when I was a kid. Wouldn't think about no health. I'm immortal. Come on. You break your ankle, it heals tomorrow. You know how we bounce back. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. But me going through cancer, by the grace of God, coming out stronger than what I went in, better, losing my hair, my self-confidence, my self-esteem. Many of you know my story. But being able to find the can in cancer, by the grace of God, made me even more conscientious of what I eat, the stress levels that I do have, that which of what it is I'm not going to entertain, because cancer and stress are related. The type of food I need to eat, the type of exercise I need to be getting. You got to work out 7 days a week. Give your body some rest. But it should be at least 3 days a week. I don't know if I got 3 days. Make yourself a priority. You put everything else on your calendar but you. Here's the thing. If you left your job today, they'll replace you tomorrow. If the relationship goes awry and askew, she will eventually replace you. Hard truth alert. There's only one you. What are you doing to take care of you? Men's health should be a primary concern to all of us who care for men. As you care for your brother, you should prioritize that. As you care for yourself, you should prioritize that. As a woman, as a queen who cares for your king, cares for the kings in your life and in your family, you should be concerned about their health. We got to prioritize. We got to make sure that we remain physically active. What does that look like? Physical activity is important. Healthy diet, fruits and vegetables. Getting a lot of that red meat out of your system. Getting the proper rest. Striving to at least get 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Getting the right type of water intake for our body. These are things that are going to help us to maximize ourselves, because us as men, listen, we work our fingers to the bone. You're a Ferrari. You're a Maserati. You're a Maybach. You're a Mercedes. If you see yourself as one of those types of vehicles, premium, top of the tier, top of the chart, best in the business, best in line, you wouldn't put regular fuel into a premium vehicle. Well, if I'm low on cash, I just might. And guess what? You keep on doing it. is not going to operate the way that it's not going to operate the way that it can possibly work. You have to see yourself as a premium vessel who needs premium fuel. Ain't gonna come from chips. Ain't gonna come from Skittles and candy and pop, or as y'all say, soda. Got to take care of your temple. How can you take care of others if you don't take care of yourself? Got to visit your physician. Got to go to the doctor. As men, we're generally hesitant to visit the doctor, visit our physician. But here's the thing, we got to change that, because our health is our wealth. You know what's the sad thing? You shouldn't give your car more attention than you give your body. You get an oil change, but you don't check your blood pressure. You rotate your tires, but you don't get any therapy. You know what to do when you got a check engine light on, but what do you do for exercise? You got a check engine light going on in your body, but the pain that you're experiencing in your chest. With the high cholesterol, with the blood pressure, with the stress, the check engine light is going off, bruh. Take yourself in for service. Focus on what matters most. Realize that you matter. Family, type you matter. Type I matter. And if you matter, this is what you're going to do. You're going to adopt a lifestyle of fitness. You're going to get proper nutrition. You're going to focus on your health and your wellness. Heed to the messages. It's about treating yourself with TLC, with tender loving care. A lot of us are wearing down, and we don't even realize it, because all we want to do is grind. Got a hustle mentality, but do we have a strategic mentality? You know how to have a hustle mentality, but do you have a strategic mentality? You know how to grind, but here's what grind means. I had to change some of my conversation on that, because a lot of times you just say, yeah, I'm on the grind. But do you know what grind really means? There's nothing good about grind. Grind means to wear down. Grind lessens you. Grind debilitates you. Greatness elevates you. And you walk into the place of being great by making yourself a priority. I want to prioritize this message. Got a special message for you. Stick and stay. More is on the way. After these messages, I'm coming right back. Are you an author or aspiring author interested in building your book? Do you want to develop as a speaker and communicator? Listen, check out my array of solutions and systems, like my bestseller book blueprint and successful speaker strategies. Explore my tailor-made programs designed to nurture your purpose and grow your greatness in order to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Visit us today at theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar. Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. I want you to heed to those resources that you heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about man on a mission, how to maximize your life. Family, we're having a courageous conversation. I hope this is empowering somebody, giving you some tips on really how to maximize your life as a man. We're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Number 3. Told you number 1, especially if you're just joining us now, develop a strong relationship with God. Build a strong relationship with God. Talking about some ways to maximize your life as a man. Got to have a spiritual foundation. Because without that spiritual foundation, you're going to be easily moved off center. Got to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Secondly, you got to make health and fitness a priority. Your health literally is your wealth. Got to focus on my heart, my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit. The total panoramic aspect, holistic health, holistic well-being. Counseling and therapy is a part of that as well. Number 3, be willing to adapt and change. If you don't evolve, you won't be involved. Come on, family, type that. Adapt and change. If you don't evolve, you won't be involved. It's very, very simple here. If you're going to grow, if you're going to get better, you got to continually put in the work. You got to find the things that will give you that little edge, that determination. I remember being a kid watching Michael Jordan. And I mean, that man was so competitive, still to this day. Will Smith made a joke, said he went out to have dinner with Michael one day. He said, Michael, Michael's so competitive, y'all. He said, I picked up my glass to drink some water. Michael saw me picking up my glass to drink some water. He thought it was a competition. He picked up his glass and drank his water quicker than I did, and slammed his glass on the table. He's so competitive. So that man will compete against anything. He'll compete against his own mama. Would-be detractors while the great Michael Jordan was playing basketball for the Chicago Bulls in his heyday. It was always Mayday. Would-be detractors, whether they were coaches, whether they were players, whether they were reporters. Michael would sift through the newspaper. He would try to get some intel to see, what is this person saying about me? Because there were some days that he was not motivated to play. But he knew there was some kid in the stands. He knew there was somebody who spent their money, hard-earned dollars, just to come. And he would look for a little edge. Oh, that person said this about me? Oh, okay. They slighted me. I went for a handshake and they acted like I wasn't around. Okay, I'm going to use that as motivation. There's a story one day, Michael is playing against a guy by the name of LeBradford Smith. I think he played for Washington, and they're known as the Wizards now. I think they were the Bullets then. LeBradford Smith had 35 on Michael Jordan by halftime. Or 35 points throughout the game. Outscored Michael Jordan, and Washington won the game that night. Reports get out that LeBradford Smith went up to Mike after the game and tapped him and said, "Good game, Mike." Michael didn't take too good and too well at that. Next game, Michael Jordan matches LeBradford Smith's point total. When he had 35 at the end of the game, Michael had 35 by halftime. And legend has it that Michael made the story up just to find a way to get some motivation. What is the thing that's going to motivate you, my dear brother? What is the thing that's going to motivate you to adapt, to change, to get better, to grow stronger, to continually put in the work? Because here's the thing, the greatest competition that you will ever face is not you against anybody else. It's not on a court. It's not in a classroom. It's not in the community. The greatest competition that you will ever face is the person looking at you in that mirror. What are you going to do to see your vision clear? It's you versus you. Come on, family, type me versus me. You ain't got to compete against another sister. You ain't got to compete against another brother. If you're going to compete against a brother, you ought to be that brother that you compete against. Can't get lazy. If you got to rest, do that. Rest. But don't quit. Catch your breath, but don't quit. Don't get lazy when it comes to laboring and building a life to live your best life. There is no growth without change. There is no growth without self-reflection. And hear me, the power of self-development says I'm willing to adapt. I'm willing to change. Power of self-development is the key that unlocks the door to your destinies, to your opportunity. Because here's the thing. We live in a world of distractions. You know that. There's always something that's looking to arrest your attention, much less arrest your development. It's always a world of distraction. Whether it's the Instagram models, hello somebody. Whether somebody's trying to pull you to the club to pop some bottles. Whether it's you wanting to Netflix and chill and binge watch your shows. Whether you're dealing with FOMO, the fear of missing out, there's always a distraction around. But here's the thing. In the midst of the distraction, can you focus in? In the midst of distractions, can you take your mindset to a level to say, I'm focusing on the end in mind. I'm beginning with the end in mind. I'm going to focus on my focus. Family, type focus on your focus. Getting rid of all the hocus pocus, and I'm going to focus. Many of us, we're focused on distractions. We're not focused on our focus. We're not focused on our mission. We're not focused on maximizing the moment. Real men who are focused are going to maximize the moment. Men who are on a mission are going to maximize the moment. They're going to maximize their life. So what do you got to do? You got to take the time to read. You have to take the time to meditate. You have to take the time to analyze your goals. You have to take the time to simply think. You got to take the time to strategically create your goals, writing down what it is that you desire to achieve and receive and have. But here's this on the flip side, on the other side of that side of your goals, you got to write down, what am I willing to sacrifice in order to achieve this goal? Don't get mad at not getting the result if you're not willing to put in the work to get it. Only person you can be mad at is you. And here's what I realize. Growth brings growing pains. Family, just type growth. Come on, type grow. Come on, we're having a super conversation. Drop a super sticker. Drop a super chat. I'm growing your greatness right through here. Up in here, up in here. Growth. Growth brings change. Growth brings with it growing pains because change is uncomfortable. Sometimes it hurts to break away from bad habits. Sometimes it hurts to break away from bad choices that aren't good for you. But in the long run, hear me, what you do will either add to you or subtract from you. Got to have the right type of people in my life who are adding to me, not subtracting from me. Who are multiplying me, not dividing me from my destiny. Why? Because it's either the pain of discipline or the pain of consequence. It's up to you. It's your decision. I got to be mad enough to make a change. You know what mad means? Make a decision. I'm mad enough to make a decision. I'm mad enough with the way my finances are. I got to make a decision. Mad enough with the way relationships are. I got to make a decision. I'm mad enough with the way that my health is. I got to make a decision. I'm mad enough about the way that my life is going right now. If it's to be, it's up to me. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you can't change the people that you're around, you got to change the people that you're around. Are you mad enough to make a decision to say, I just can't keep living like this? I know there's more for me. I know there's greatness within me. I know I'm not living up to my fullest potential. I know I'm not working as hard as I possibly can. I know I'm not as focused as I know I need to be as focused on my goal, on my dream, on my destiny. I don't have the drive that I need to. I got to make a decision. Why? Because indecision is a decision. If you don't evolve, you won't be involved. The only way that you're going to evolve is by growing. The only way that you're going to evolve is by reading. The only way that you're going to evolve is by personal investment. The only way that you're going to evolve is by maximizing your moment and being a man on the mission. What is your mission? What were you called to do? What were you created to do? What purpose do you have that God gave you to fulfill? And because of it, this is what you got to do. You got to be open-minded. You got to take your life to another level. You got to think bigger than ever before, to do more than you've ever done before. You got to cultivate yourself. You got to dream. You got to have your drive. You got to develop your tenacity. Got to focus on your ingenuity. Got to maintain your integrity. And so this is what I want you to do. I want you to be open-minded to learn. I want you to be open-minded to learn from other people. Why? Because a know-it-all really knows nothing at all. I want you to look for new methods. I want you to look for new opportunities. I want you to keep setting goals. Making adjustments. Don't stop improving. Don't stop believing. Don't stop developing. Don't stop growing. Don't stop learning. Don't stop succeeding. Don't stop creating. Don't stop innovating. Don't stop loving. Don't stop giving yourself the opportunity to succeed. Family, type succeed. Type succeed. You know what real success looks like? Real success looks like the fourth one I want to share with you, and that is forgive to live. Come on, I told you, number one, build a strong relationship with God. That's number one. Secondly, I told you to make health and fitness a priority. Thirdly, this is what I want you to do. I told you got to be willing to adapt and change. Got to be willing to adapt and change. Fourthly, you have to forgive to live. Got to forgive to live. Too many of us, we got bitterness in our heart. We need to replace bitterness with greatness. Family, just type this. Type better, not bitter. Better, not bitter. Better, not bitter. Greater, not lesser. In order to grow and get better, you got to continually put the work in to love, to live, to take your life to another level. You have to forgive to live. You can't really live until you forgive. Some of us, we got issues with people who have moved on with their lives, who have married, who have gone on, who have moved out of state, who have even passed on from this life. And we still have bitterness towards them. Here's the question to you. What are you holding on to that's stifling your growth? is stopping you, is keeping you stagnant, is stifling you. And if you'll be honest, there are certain pains that we have all experienced. However, what we must do is we got to keep on forging ahead. Despite what it is that we have experienced, we got to forge ahead. Take the time to honor our emotions. Take the time to give ourselves grace. Take the time for therapy and counseling. Take the time to mute the noise around us so that we can hear the true voice within us. Take the time to forge ahead still, despite the hurt of what it is that we have experienced. Here's what I realize that you have to do. You have to forgive people who may never give you an apology. Do you hear me? The bigger person, being the better person. And a lot of times, a lot of us always have to be the bigger person because we're surrounded ourselves with small-minded people. But you got to tap into the giant within. It's a big leap of faith. It's a big step to forgive somebody who stepped on your toes, who crippled you, who hurt you, who broke you when they should have blessed you, who hurt you and harmed you when they should have healed you and helped you. You're never going to become better by being bitter. Family, just type this. Forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is freedom. Three forms of forgiveness. One is the forgiveness of God. I seek his forgiveness for my life. Puts me in a place of repentance. I appropriate his forgiveness in my life. He's able and just to forgive us and to cleanse us from all the things that are not right within us. Secondly, I have to forgive my brother or my sister. You can't tell me you love a God who you have not seen if you hate your brother or your sister who you see every day, if you have aught against them, if you have bitterness against them. Your prayer is just hitting the ceiling. God can't even hear you for all of the loud bitterness that's going on within you. So I got to appropriate the forgiveness of God in my life. I have to forgive my brother and my sister. And just because I forgive them doesn't mean that I have to renew and reinvigorate the relationship with them. I can love them from a distance. Yeah. Don't mean I have to bring you close to me. I can forgive you and move on with my life and let you move on with yours. But thirdly, here's what I have to do. I also have to forgive myself. Appropriating God's forgiveness, forgiving your brother, your sister, but also forgiving yourself. Many of us are still angry with ourselves. The angry moves into bitterness. The anger moves into jealousy. The anger moves into strife. The anger moves into that which destroys your life. The anger moves into self-sabotage. You're angry with you because of what you allowed. You're angry with you because of the decisions that you made. I need you to forgive you so that you can live the best life that you can possibly live. When you forgive you, the hurt's going to transform into healing. When you forgive you, you're casting all your cares on him, on God, because he cares for you. When you forgive you, and you forgive other people, and you appropriate the forgiveness of God, here's what you do. You recognize that your hands are too small to handle it. God's hands are big enough to deal with it. I'm taking my hands off it, and I'm letting him handle it. Family, come on. Type, take your hands off it. You trying to hurt folks. When God said, vengeance is mine, I'll repay. You can't do God's job better than he can do his own job. The battle is not yours. The battle is the Lord's. The victory is yours. Yeah, I know we've all been victims. But here's the thing. Many of us have been perpetrators too. Oh, he treated me like a savage, but you've been one yourself. If God forgave you, forgive yourself and forgive others. Family, type let it go. Let it go. If you're going to grow, you got to let it go. Let go of the baggage of bitterness. Let go of the resentment. Let go of what keeps you limping rather than leaping. Family, type leap. Come on, family, type leap. It's your time to leap to another level. It's your time to soar higher. Soar out of that storm. Leap out of that lie. Leap out of that liability. Forgive what keeps making you frustrated. Seek to forgive. Seek to be forgiving. Seek to forgive. Seek to be forgiven. Why? Because your bountiful living is connected to the power of forgiving. What I mean by that, brother, if you're going to be the father that you're supposed to be, forgive your father. Sister, if you're going to be the mother that you're supposed to be, if you're going to be the wife that you're supposed to be, forgive your mother. Forgive your grandmother. Forgive the women that hurt you. Forgive the men who hurt you. Brother, forgive the woman who walked out on you. Forgive the woman who cheated on you. Forgive the woman who was dishonest to you. Forgive her. Forgive her. So you can love who's better. So you can love the right way with the person who loves you. Forgive your father. Forgive your friends. Forgive those enemies. Forgive those family members. Forgive that woman who broke your heart. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you have made and what you have allowed. Focus on your focus. And focusing on your focus is through the portal of forgiveness. Come on, it's time for you, bro. Be a better man, not a bitter man. Better man. Not a bitter man. Evolved man. Healed man. Forgiven man. Loved man. Mission-minded man. Focused man. Ambitious man. God's man. That's right. You are God's man. For such a time as this. Right now, for this particular moment. Own it. Family, type this. Maximize the moment. Maximize the moment. Whatever I got to do to forgive, I got to do it quickly. I got to do it quickly. Yep. I got to maximize the moment. I've wasted enough time. And I need God to restore the years. I need God to redeem the time. I got to do it quickly. I got to prioritize my health now. Not next week, now. Not tomorrow, now. Making the changes that I need to make to adapt, to adopt. Now. Developing my relationship with God. Now. Your next is now. What are you doing now? To maximize the moment as a mission-minded man. Come on. Mission-minded man who's going to maximize his life. Family, I want you to sow into this. I want you to sow into more life right now. Now. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Can you see it before you see it, before you receive it? See it before you see it, to seize it. If you see it before you see it, I guarantee you'll seize it. You'll have it. Come on, connect your faith to it. I want you to sow your seed into it. 30, 60, 100 fold. I know that God is going to do it for you as that maximized man that God is calling you to be. Come on, brother, sow into it. My dear sister from another mister, you're praying for that mission-minded man in your life to maximize his life. I want you to sow into it. Sow into your husband, maximize his life. Sow into your your fiance, maximizing his life. Sow into your son, maximizing his life. As a man, sow into your mission-minded maximization right now in this moment. You can sow via electronically. You can sow electronically via Cash App, $access identity, PayPal, also via Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. Super chat, super sticker, you can give there as well. It's not as a debt that you owe, as a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to sow where you sow where you grow. Sow where you soar. Sow where you grow. I want you to maximize this moment. Maximize the moment, expecting miracles, signs, and wonders. Oh, what a wonderful change that has come over me. Why? Because God is doing it. Believe it, stretch your faith, sow into it. Again, Cash App, $access identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. Links are in the description. Links are in the chat as well. So, as you grow. Family, our Eagles community is available for you to join. We go even further and farther than we are here. I want you to soar with us. I want you to take this flight of faith into your future by going right now to the eaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. I want you to fill out the form, and I guarantee you are going to be transformed in your mental health, in your spirit, in your business, in your relationships, sharpening your mindset, your skill set, your tool set to be an asset in any particular environment. You can become a YouTube channel member right here. We have 3 tiers to where you can be VIP royalty, OQP, getting members only discounts. Membership has its privileges, behind the scenes content, my Connor's Corner content as well. Things that I don't just share right here for free on my YouTube. It's only for members. So be a part of my growing and glowing community of quality people. Did you get something out of this session today? Hit the thumbs up button if you did. Come on, family, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. I hope you have been empowered today. Family, in the mix at 6. In the mix is out of time. Oh, yeah. But in the mix and me are not out of truth. I guarantee. So I want to thank you for rocking with me, riding with me, and rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, right here on the YouTube channel, and of course our satellite social aspects as well. I want to make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. Come on, don't be a ghost follower as well. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Don't be a ghost follower. Come on, actually subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when all the content drops. Follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Put some respect on my name. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. I'd love to come and speak at your event. Yeah, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker, look no further. I'm the man for the job. Help me to maximize. Let me maximize the moment as you invite me. Church, conference, community center, your college, your graduation, your school, your session. Let's make some progression. Email me, info@EddieConnor.com. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, a brother gotta run. But I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, and a whole lot brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Let's soar beyond my YouTube channel. If you want something that goes beyond here, you're in for a treat. I have a private mentorship group where I coach, where I teach, and I provide live Q&A insight in our interactive breakout sessions. It's where I challenge you with innovative exercises to develop your skill set. and I provide feedback to foster your growth. We break it all down to build you up in our private Zoom room as we focus on transformative topics with accountability partners who really desire to grow their greatness by soaring into success and greater purpose. Come on, soar to new heights with us in our Eagles Academy. Get your wings to win, and let's soar into more at the Eagles Academy.